Hey you guys, it's Amy Gretchen. Welcome to the first of many December daily videos that you're going to be seeing on my channel for 2017. In this video, I'm doing a run through of the supplies that I'm going to be doing this year. I've had a lot of people ask me if I was going to do a video like this, so I thought that I would just put this together. In preparation for this video, I went ahead and I looked at the video I made for 2016, and there's definitely going to be some overlap. So you may see some of the same supplies that I used last year, maybe some ribbon and twine and the reactive foil, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time talking about this. So if you want to see the supplies that I used last year, I will have a link up in the corner, and then I'll definitely have it linked below as well. So you can go and check that out because there will be some overlap. And that's what's so great about collecting these supplies, that you can use them year after year in your December daily and also in your project life pieces. So in case it is not 100% clear, I purchased Ali Edwards main kit from this year for 2017. I also purchased Paisley Press's kit from her site as well. I think Ali's kit might be sold out, and if it is, I apologize, but definitely look at the digital version for that. So you guys, why don't we just jump in and go through the supplies? All right, you guys, one of my goals for this album is to have some fun and to play with my products. So I have a lot of craft products that I've been collecting over the years. It's not just for Project Life, but I have a lot of different supplies. And so I want to play with them in my December daily album. And one of those things is embossing, these embossing powders. Now, I used these in my 2016 and probably 2015 albums as well. So this is not new, but I did buy some new colors that I want to share with you. And if you've never used embossing powders, when I use them in my album, I will definitely show you how to use that. You could also check out my videos from last year. So this is a Simon Says stamp, and it's the color ultra fine rose gold, and this one is ultra fine antique gold, and it's kind of hard to see. This one looks really quite red, but I've seen it online when they've embossed it, and it gets a really beautiful pinky gold. So I'm really excited to use that one. And this one just looks like a really great gold color. And then this one is from Wow. It is the metallic, let me see if I can get that. It's the metallic platinum sparkle embossing glitter. So I think that this will be a lot of fun. Of course, it's always great to add glitter in your Christmas projects. These are also really good. These would also be really good for making cards, like greeting cards or Project Life cards, adding some dimension to some of your stamps. So I'm looking forward to that. I also picked up another Versamark ink pad. This, you see, I still haven't opened it up. I've talked about this before on my Project Life videos. The other one lasted about a decade. So I'm excited to have, get a new one on hand and start using that one. All right, you guys, so along the same lines of playing, I have 3 embossing folders that I just grabbed from my stash. This one is We Are Memory Keepers, and I can't remember what it's called, but it's got this really cool, oh, you can't hardly see it, but it's got this really cool like quilted pattern, and it is just beautiful when you emboss it. So I'm kind of excited about that. This one is just a bunch of dots. And then this one is some stars. So there's a lot of uses, a lot of ways you can use these. I plan on just putting paper in, putting like your paper in there and then running it through your die cut machine, and it will emboss this really, instead of punching it out, it just like it's like a dry emboss. It's really gorgeous. There's just a lot of fun things you can do with it. So I'm excited to play around with those. The only thing that I find that's a bummer about these embossing folders is you can see that they are really made for card making, and I believe this probably doesn't get bigger than, I know it's not a 4x6, it's probably goes up to a 5x5 or something like that. So it's not even the length of a 4x6 card. This one is a 6x6. Let me see. Yeah, that's just a little bit shorter. So I know this one's a 6x6, but I wouldn't be able to do like a full 6x8 piece of paper. So that's the only bummer there, but I am excited to kind of play around with these. All right, guys, so another thing that will be fun to play around with is some stencils. So I just grabbed a few stencils that I thought would work good with December Daily. This one is just some big dots. I actually have some really small dots that I didn't pull out yet. This one is just a diagonal stripe. And then this one is a star. This one is significantly smaller. You can see it's almost about half the size there. Again, these are only 6 by 6, so if I want to use them on a large 6 by 8, I'm gonna have to then overlap them. Something fun to do with these stencils, and something that I plan on doing, maybe even for my title card, I'm not sure. So this is called Decofoil Transfer Gel, and what it is it is a really cool, like, I don't know, it's kind of the consistency of maybe butter or something like that. And what you do is you take a palette knife and you would put a piece of paper down and then put the stencil on top and spread it over. And when you pull up the stencil, you're gonna get this really great pattern. And then once it's dried, you can use the reactive foil, like the foil from the Meek machine. And I'll just pull that out now. I'm definitely planning on using, these are some of the colors that I plan on using. These are all the foils. So what happens is, whatever design this transfer gel is in, and you put it through your Meek machine or your laminator, this foil is going to stick to it and it's going to become whatever color the foil is. So that's one of the things that I'm going to do. Along those same lines is I have this Wendy Vecchi, I believe is her name. This is some embossing paste. It works very similar, except for you aren't able to then use the foils with this. It's just some embossing paste to add some texture. It is something that you could add maybe some ink colors to, because this is just white, and then, you know, create your own color of embossing paste. So when I play with that, I will definitely show you how that's done, but just something that I wanted to, like I said, play around with. So back to the foils, I had a lot of fun playing with these foils last year, especially the white, which goes really awesome with any like dark colored cardstock. I used it with craft and I thought it was beautiful. So I plan on using that again. It's a great option when you want to print white. Definitely using this. So I'll probably be doing similar things where I will either be printing it, like having some text printed from my computer on a not an inkjet, sorry, a laser printer, or you could actually print something on your laser printer and then go get it photocopied. You could do that as well, and then the foil will react to that. You could actually do some heat embossing as well, maybe with some clear embossing powder, and the foil would stick to that as well. So those are just a few options. I'm kind of excited about these colors. It's gold, this is a mint, white, the red, and silver. So those are all Heidi Swapp branded. So really just even going through what I'm going through right now, this is getting me really excited to start playing with these products. All right, so one of the things that I love using on my projects is stamps. They're so versatile, and I just gave you a couple ways that you can use them with embossing powders and also with the reactive foils. But these are just some that I pulled out. So these three all came from Ali Edwards. This may have been last year, but I think it was from 2015. I'm not entirely sure. Don't quote me on that. But this is just a fun scent with a lot of December words, and I really love her handwriting there. Then there's the Messy Circles, which I loved. Gonna try and find a way to use these again, because those were one of my favorite products from last year. And then there's this Christmas phrase stickers, which I really loved. It was something that I actually used all year round, but I think these are really great to go in the Avery Elle tabs there. All right, so a few that I picked up this year. This one is from Mama Elephant. It's called the Retro Holiday Labels. I actually purchased this because I wanted to use them with my Christmas tags. So every year I make tags for presents, and I thought that these would be awesome. I really loved the retro feel, but this is definitely something I could use for December Daily as well. Then this one is a combination of Brandy Kincaid's art with Feed Your Craft. So that's where I purchased it on their website. I really love Brandy's art. I love her handwriting, and I think these small, clean type font is so beautiful. And I just love like the trees. I just think it'll be a lot of fun. This is something that would be fun to play with. And then this one I'm really excited about. This is from Concord and Ninth. It's one of their turnabout stamp sets, and it's called Christmas Cheer. So the way this works is it makes a really fun pattern, and you need to have something like a stamp positioner, like a MISTI tool or something like that, that you stick the stamp on, and you stamp it down, and then you turn it and you stamp it again, and then you turn it and stamp it again, and you turn it and stamp it again, which is why it's called a turnabout. And it makes this really cool pattern. So I'm excited to play around with that. I actually do have a coordinating die set that's on the way. It hasn't been shipped yet, but it's on the way, so I could use these as well. It's a ribbon die that's supposed to go, like you can see these are on an angle, so it matches perfectly with that. But I just loved that font, and I loved these icons. It's be a lot of fun to play with. All right, so along with the stamps, one of the other things that I really love are dies. These are just products that I would use with scrapbooking or with my project life. So I think that's really great to just go through all of your supplies. It doesn't have to be Christmas that you can use in these types of projects. So first up, I have just two alphabet sets. So this one came from Neat and Tangled. I was just really attracted to these long, thin letters. I think this would be really beautiful to maybe add a quote to a 6x8 page or something like that. It's kind of what I'm thinking about right now. But I just really love that font and style. The other alphabet set I got from Altenew, and you can kind of get an idea of what they look like there. These are quite big. I think that they're about 1.5 inches, maybe a little bit bigger on some of these larger ones. And I just thought, you know, just even a simple word, joy or something like that stacked up so it has quite a bit of dimension would be really beautiful on a 6x8, 4x6, you know, anything like that. So I think this might be fun to play with. It's always fun to think about how, you know, maybe you could use these to die cut out of a photo, maybe a large photo or something like that. So I'm just excited to play around with those. All right, and this one is from My Favorite Things, and it's called Triple Peekaboo Windows. And a couple things I really loved about this when I was going through my stash and trying to decide what I wanted to use. I loved this stitched edge. But when I first saw it, the first thing that came to my mind was, do you remember, I think it was 2014, Ali Edwards kit had that one 6x8 piece of paper and it had some cutouts, and I think it was kind of like a cardboard. That's what I was thinking about when I saw this, because you can see these are irregular. They're not the same size. So I thought it would be fun to maybe make something like that. I'm not really sure how I would do it. I think, you know, you'd have to stack up the paper, so it might get a little tricky if you try and do more than just 3, but I think it would be fun to try. So I'm going to challenge myself to maybe try and do something like that, or I could keep it simple and I could even do like a 3x8 or something like that, but I think it'll be fun to play around with that. All right, so let me just show you how I'm organizing my supplies. So I have 2 of these kitchen bins that I just have sitting on my desk that I have everything out in. So what I've learned in the past is if I organize everything and I have everything out, those are the things that I look through and go to. So if I don't have something out, chances are it's not going to get in my album. So if I want to use it, I need to have it out. So that's how I've organized everything here. And this is including some of the stuff that I've showed you. You can see here's where I'm keeping all the stamps and all the dies. And then some of this stuff is the majority of this is from the Ali Edwards and Paisley Press kits that came out this year, but there's also some little bits and pieces from 2016 and a couple from 2016. So let me just show you, or excuse me, 2015. So let me just show you how I am organizing this so you kind of get an idea. So like I said, these are all of my stamps and dies. A lot of these are ones that you just saw. And then my stencils are sitting here in the back. So I just have all those together. Oh, and the embossing folder. So those are all together. And then this one right here is all of the numbers that I have. So, and I'll just go through each of them. I don't want to take too much time. These are the numbers from last year, and you can see that they have similar dies, or these are actually a little bit smaller, it looks like maybe. I don't know. These were last year's. These were white. You can see that I have quite a few left. These ones are from this year's kit. Actually, these did not come in the kit. I bought these separate. These were an add-on that I brought separately, but I just can't get enough of numbers, and there's so many ways to use them. Then this stamp set actually came in the kit, and these are all very similar. I think they're different sizes. This may be the smallest, medium, and then these are a bit larger. So lots of versatility there. You could heat emboss the black or the white. So just a lot of fun that you can do with those. And then this one actually came from 2015. This came in, I think, Emily, was it Emily? Emily's kit. But I still have a few of those left over. So pull everything out. That's what I say. I also have some, these are kind of a plastic number. These came from a Studio Calico kit from, I think, 2016. I can't remember which one, but you know, I'd love to have these on hand. These would be great that you could staple onto a 3x4 card or something like that, or a photo. Then I've got, that one's on the wrong place. Then I've got these tags. These came from last year's, Ali Edwards last year's kit. So you can see, I think I used 1 through, wait, no, did this come in 2015? This came, I think I used 1 through 5 in 2015. So I just had these left over from the year before that I didn't I didn't use them all, but this would be great. You know, you could stick it in a sleeve. You could even cut this up and put it in one of those 2x2 pockets. There's so many things you could do with that, but you can see I have a ton left over. So I'm wondering if maybe I should, like, I could do like a gratitude list on one day and do like 15 things that I'm grateful for or something like that. So just a lot of ways to play with that. All right, the next one, now this was an let me pull these ones out. This one was an add-on from this year's kit. This you could add separately, and this was like one of the last things that I put in my cart because I wasn't so sure about them, but the more I thought about it, there's so many ways you could use them. I could use them in December Daily, and I could also use them in my other projects like Project Life. I thought this would be fun if you created a calendar. These could be the numbers of the day. Sometimes I think it's nice just to have a calendar in your album so you know which day Christmas lands on. Is it a Sunday? Is it a Monday? Or, whatever. And then I also thought that it could be fun to do like a list, like a 1 through 10, maybe on a 6x8 piece of paper. And you could write like what you're grateful for, your favorite things of the holiday or something like that. So they are kind of big. It looks like a 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit bigger than that. So I thought those would be good to have on hand. And then these ones came in the kit. So this one came in Ali's kit. These are just white. Let me see if you can, these are just white, small, really, really like those. These are great also for Project Life. These ones came from Liz Tamanaha. This is the Paisley Press kit. So these came with hers. And I loved having the black option because I think I already had white ones from one of her story kits. So I was glad to get the black ones. And then I also got these ones as well. This is just something left over from Studio Calico, but these ones are really big. You can see that's probably like 2 inches big there. I thought that that would be fun. You could stick that in a pocket all on its own so it would be see-through. So those are a great option. Also really good. I just cut them up. It's just one sheet. I think each sheet has a number 1. Sorry, this is really hard to see. Each sheet has a number 1 time, and they come with 2 sheets. So you get 2 numbers each. So you definitely have to think about, how you want to use those. All right, so that is my numbers. And then the other thing I've got here is just some ribbons and twine. So you saw a bunch of these from last year. Just some chevron, and then I also have some gold foil twine. This was also from last year, so I don't need to go into too in depth. And then this rickrack, I don't know if this came in last year's kit or 2015, but this came in one of the December daily kits. So that's good to have on hand as well. I think this could be a lot of fun to just add a whole bunch of things together to put on a tag, you know, mix and match your twine. So that's kind of one thing I'm thinking of. The other thing that's in here, oh, I've got some gold washi. The other thing that I had just sticking in here is just, what are these, screens? I think these are from 2015. So I've never used this, so that's might be an option that I might use. I saw someone last year put it on the inside cover of their album, so that could be really cute. All right, so let me pull over my other one. All right, you guys, so this one, I'll pull back out again. This one has got more embellishment type things, so I'll just go through a few of them here. So in here, I'm gonna have my stickers and my chipboard. And also you can see I have more tags. These came from last year's. I really love these. These were a lot of fun that you could cut down 2 by 2. I think these are 2 inches wide. So they fit great in those 2 by 2 pockets, but I didn't use all of them. So a lot of fun, and there's words on back that you could do some journaling. Definitely want to use some of those. These I had last year, some doilies, and I may or may not use them again. All right, so this right here is the chipboard set that you could buy separately. I wasn't gonna do it. This was also a last minute thing, but when it came back for the seconds, sorry, I'm gonna get in, try and get in closer. When it came back for the seconds, I just could not resist. So I loved these circles and these squares. These are rounded squares. I just thought these colors, I guess it's probably best to just get up close. These colors I just thought were really cool. I liked the green and the black. And then these with the white and the red and some gray there. So I thought those would be a great addition. And you could use these obviously throughout the years and on Project Life. You do need to do your Project Life in December. The other ones that came in it are some hearts, some stars, and then this one, just, I loved this die. I love these big half circles. So, and I like that they're white with the colored text on there. So, and I like that you could do like a to-do list or something there, some type of list. All right, so I have those that I can pull from. And of course this came in the kit. This star, these glittery stars came in the kit. Then this also came in the kit as well. So you can see that I don't really need chipboards. But like I said, I just couldn't resist. I love chipboards, you guys. I can't resist. There's something that you can use all throughout the year. Maybe not these ones, but the other chipboards. All right, so along with chipboards, oh, and I have this one from last year. This one came from Pam Garrison's kit. And I like the gold foil detail on those. Oh, one more. Sorry guys, I'm not really that organized, obviously. Or I didn't have all my chipboard together. This is a chipboard set that came with Paisley Press. So you guys, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't realize there were that many chipboard pieces, and I didn't need necessarily that chipboard set, but you don't always buy the things you need, right? Anyway, all right, so that's all the chipboard, I promise. So then I've got some stickers. And I'll just show these ones really quick. These ones came, this one was from 2015. These ones were from last year's kit. So I'll probably pull from those. This one came from Paisley Press's kit this year. I like that, I just like that it's black and white. I think it'd be fun to stack some of those phrases up together. And then this one I was really excited about because I have been trying to get my hands on these tabs, and not necessarily these ones because these came in the kit, but Allie's had tabs like this for sale, and I've just never been able to get them. They're always sold out. So I was excited to have these. You can kind of see, let me see if I can change it in the light. There you go. You can kind of see the tabs there. So you can just stick it on photos. You can stick it on the page protectors. So I'm excited to use those. So along the lines of words, I've got some word phrase stickers, and these also came in the kit this year, I believe. So let me open, well, I'm not gonna open them up, that just takes more time. But it's got a really beautiful gold foiling, and these are black. And then other things that I have in this little section is I have these gold polka dot bags. Last year I had red and black, the diagonal stripes, those bags that I stuck tags in. I still have those because they're party bags that you get at the party store. So I still have a bunch of those, but I just pulled these gold ones out because I bought these last year, but I did not use them. And then I also saved some packaging. This is that, like, is it Mylar? Or I think it's glassine actually, bags. And it is a little ripped there, but I just saved them because you never know when you might want to use something like this. You could put holes in it. You could make this, put stuff in it and make that turn. I don't know. I just saved them just in case. All right, so then in this next section right here, let's see if I can get this focused. So I have got all of my 6x8 papers and my 4x6 papers. So just right off the bat, one of the things that I wanted to share with you is when you get these boxes like this is the one from Paisley Press. When you get boxes, because this is where I took it from, you can just go ahead and cut off this flap, and you could put this right in your album. So you could, you know, punch holes, stick it right in your album. This would even be like a really cute starter. Put December Daily and like have the 2017 and then maybe something on the back there. I think this tab is a lot of fun too. So I cut that out because those are always fun to use. And like I said, if I don't have stuff in, you know, gathered together, then I won't use it. All right, then I've got these big tags. I'm just gonna pull out slightly so you can kind of see. These big tags came extra, I believe, if you bought the kit. You know, YS Supplies lasted, you got these. So I was really excited that I was able to get one of these kits. You could also make these as well, you guys. You could print this out, and then like if you bought the digital kit, you could print this out and then use the gold foil. So you could totally make your own. All right, so here's some 4x6 cards, and these are from, these first ones are from Paisley Press. I'm not gonna go through all of these because if you wanna see, sorry, my camera cut off there. I'm not gonna go through all the kits and show all the details, but if you, I'll link below Ali Edwards, her walkthrough of these kits. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and look there. So these are cards from Ali Edwards. And then this one actually was just an extra that had a note on the back from her. So I thought that could be really cool as well. And oh, this is one that I made. This was on watercolor paper. This is a stamp that I have. So I just stuck it in there in case I might want to use it. So this actually came in the kit is a pocket. I used this last year. Definitely going to use it again, probably in a similar way where I'll have the girls write something, or maybe I'll write a letter to them or something like that, but it will definitely hold bits and pieces. And then I've got, moving this aside, just some 6x8 pieces of paper. These ones also came from Paisley Press. These first, oh wait, no, it's looking, I don't know. They're all mixed up. I think these ones came from the kit. Like I said, check out Ali's for a complete walkthrough. That's just a pattern. And then I think these ones in the back here are from Liz Tamanaha or Paisley Press kit. These ones in the back. All right, so got that there. And they don't have anything on the back. They just have a grid. That one's a big grid, and that one is a smaller grid. So that actually could be useful as well. The other add-on that I got this time around, and I feel like I always have to get these because I love using them, is the transparencies. So this one has a white star. I have actually a transparency, some 12x12 paper that's kind of like this. This one is Oh Holy Night, the stars are brightly shining. I love it when they include carols, the lyrics to carols. And it's a gold foil there. This one's also gold foil. It's just some diagonal stripes. This one is trees, and this one is a kind of hard to see. Looking for like a white background. This is a light blue, and just trying to focus there, and you can see it's got a nice sans serif And it says things like, "'Tis the season, let it shine, peace and joy, December, merry and bright." So joy, you know, things like that that go along with the season there. All right, and then the next thing that I have in these pockets are some embellishments. Now, these are not all the embellishments. I'll actually pull the other embellishments here. So I've got some of the embellishments in here and some in here, and there's no rhyme or reason, though I tried to keep similar things together. Like these, in this embellishment here, don't know what that is. This came in the kit this year, these wood veneer embellishments. And I think these will be a lot of fun to do maybe on just one whole page if you just want to do a bunch of circles. Or you could put a number in there and put it like on a 3x4 card. Or if you're not interested in some of the writing, you could just do it on the back side and you could use the back side. I've even painted on these, so there's just a lot that you could do with this. You could stencil on it as well, or use one of those screens with paint. And then these two actually came from 2015, I think. So a couple years ago that I just had extra. I had some of these extra, and I can't remember. Oh, it looks like these are from Studio Calico. It says, "Let's snuggle," and then just has a pine cone. So I think I just put them in here because I thought that they would go well. Here is some gold and silver stars. This could be used, really great to use for glitter. This one could as well. I think these both came in this year's kit, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, I'm trying to look at the stickers, and the box this year was... the box this year was green, so I'm thinking it was from this year. And then these are a little bit thicker, so that might not be so great for confetti, but this one would be really fun for confetti. Or another thing I was thinking you could do with these is you could stick them, these could be like the bullets for like a list. So I thought that that would be a fun use for those as well. Just some more sequins that I think came from a Studio Calico pack. These are like a plasticky laurel that I'm excited to use. I think I just saw the other day Allie used, I think I saw her foundation pages, and she used one of these laurels with a number in it, and I was kind of in love with it. Like, I might have to do that exact same thing. And then these stars came in the 2017 Allie Edwards kit as well. And this is another thing that I'm excited to use, is this is a paper pack that has just this little star on it. This would be great on a 3x4 card, or you could stick just this in a pocket and have some journaling on the side of a photo. So many uses for this. And of course you could use this in your project life as well. So many of these supplies you could really use all over the place, because so many of Christmas sentiments are about family and love and peace and joy, and you can use those all year round. These are just some die cuts that came in the kit as well, and they have some gold foiling on it, so great story starters there. And then this star came from last year, and I should probably put it in here because I have this other star that actually I'll do that later, but that can go back with that. So you can see it's kind of a similar pattern, but it's fun to have the gold. And this is a yellowy gold this year, not like a brownish goldish. It's like a yellowy gold. So I'm excited about that. This came from 2015. This is just another one of those snowflakes, so I can use that. Then from Paisley Press's kit, oh, and you know what? I wonder if these stars may have came from her kit. I can't remember now. I'm getting them all mixed up. These trees are from Paisley Press. Really loving on these trees. I think this is just a really graphic, and I think that these would be cool kind of side by side on like a bold piece of cardstock. Then I have this Mary came from Allie's kit. And it's a cork board, and it's got some really cool, same like yellow glittery gold. I was thinking about putting this in my starter page, but I don't know that I will anymore. Actually, we'll see. An idea just popped into my head, so you'll definitely see that when I do that video. I haven't done that yet. Let's see. This star came from last year. It's just a little plastic star. This also came from last year's Paisley Press kit, the details. I wanted to use this last year and just never had the chance, so I can use that this year. These are really cool. I'm excited to have a different shape. These are the diamonds. They come, there's like blue and grays and greens and red. Some of them have design, some of them have type, some of them are just plain. This is one of those embellishments, and I think I've said this in some of my videos before. The one thing that's great about purchasing a kit is you often end up with some embellishments or supplies that you may not normally purchase. And so it gives you a chance to be really creative about using them. So I'm excited to use that. I think these will be a lot of fun to play around with. I think they'd be great clustered on a photo or maybe like a 6x8 page or something like that. So we'll see how that goes. Then these are just, this came in the, and was I specific when I said this came in a star kit? Oh, so this came in a star kit. See, it's all coming back to me. This and this both came in that star embellishment kit that was separate. And then this also came in that kit as well. See, it's all coming back to me, you guys. These are all cork board, kind of like a sunburst, and they all have text on it. So this would be really great also just in a 3x4 pocket, leaving some space around the edge, or with some confetti. You could do that with some confetti there. And these little embellishments, so like this, the details one. Sorry, not everything's getting focused. There we go. There's another rubber words here. And I'm thinking I might use this on my title page, so we'll have to see. This one says December 2017, so sorry, I'm just trying to get it focused. It doesn't want to focus, but we'll see if I end up using that. But I love these rubber words. They add just a little bit of dimension, but it's just a little something fun. I'll leave that out. Another thing from Allie's kit, this is the hearts. It's a lot of fun. I love these felt hearts. They're fabric. They've got stitching on them. I think these they're great in any project, honestly. So I'm excited to play with those. I think I've said I'm excited to play with those after every embellishment, but it's true. Like, it's fun to just have all these embellishments together and to know you can just grab for them. This is something that I grabbed from, this came from one of Allie Edwards' story kits. So look through all of the story kits that you have. I think this came from Best. So just came like a few weeks ago. This is plasticky hearts. I think this would be, these are just fun that you could put them on top of anything. I don't know if you could stamp on them. I think maybe if you use StazOn ink, you could stamp on them because they're a little plasticky. But maybe StazOn would work. So look through your Studio Calico kits, look through your other kits from your other companies, look through Allie Edwards' story kits, and look for those supplies that would work with her story kits. I know that she also had in one of her story kits some stars like this that were white, glittered, like white, glittery, and I need to pull those out. I think they came from her surprise story kit, so I'll look for those. And then there's these stars that I pulled out as well. These are just from Studio Calico, so that's something that I can use. All right, you guys, so I think that's it. Oh, there is one more thing that I wanted to share. All right, so before I forget, I do have some 3x4 cards that I've just put in this wood container. This is from IKEA. And in here, I've just got the 3x4 cards from both of the kits. This is Allie Edwards' kit. This is from Allie's kit. And then from Paisley Press. So these cards came from her kit. And then these are some transparencies that'll be fun to use. So these are all from Paisley Press. Hers have designs on the backside as well. I love how graphic and just black, white, and red her cards were this year. And then the ones behind here, this one's also a transparency from Allie Edwards. These are all the kits the cards that came in Allie's kit right here. So a lot of reds, greens, just classic Christmas colors. Love them. Love the bold fonts. I'm excited to start using these, you guys. I really, just going through my supplies gets me really excited for this. So one more thing before I forget that I wanted to share is, okay, so I went through some of my embellishments, but this is how I store all of my December daily from the years prior. And actually, here's the red one that had all the embellishments in that I went through and took out and that you've already seen. This includes all of the paper. No judgments. This is a lot, you guys. It is seriously full to the max. All right, so these are all the cards that I've had from last year and 2015. So I need to just go through and pull these out. What I did last year when I was packing everything up is I went through all the cards, and the ones that were definitely cards they were definitely December cards, I stuck in here because I wouldn't be using them. But the cards I thought that I could use all year round, I pulled out. So some of these cards are from last year. Some of these cards are for 2015 that I've just had. I think these are definitely last year's. So these I'm just gonna, there's also this one that says December on it. I'm just gonna stick right in here, and I haven't done this yet, but I'm just gonna stick behind the new ones, and I will put them all there. You can see these, I think this one came from last year's kit as well. Some of these are from 2015 from Emily Lay's kit. Is that her name? Emily's kit. And then some of these, this one's from One Little Bird. I can't believe I remember all of these. And then some of them are from Allie Edwards. I think that one came from Allie's kit. And then I also have the same, setting that aside, I also have the same for some 4x6 cards. Just stuff that I did not use last year that came from the kits that I had from last year. So a lot of options, stuff that you could cut up. I loved this one. I used that last year, so I don't know if I used the 3x4 card, so I don't know if I'll use it again, but we'll see. It's okay to double up, not a big deal. So I'm gonna stick that with my papers. Then some other things that I wanna put, I've got a red December daily. Remember how I said, like, cut these off? Definitely, like, rip your boxes apart, cut them off. And then this actually came from the box as well, and this was one of the tabs. And I thought that this would be fun. Actually, I think this is one of the bottom tabs, but I thought that this would be fun. I don't know, I really love these little divots here. And this has the stars. So you just poke holes, put a little something on there, and on the other side you could add some journaling, add some photos, you could put a number, and then do the same on the back, add a photo or some journaling on the back. So I'm gonna stick those with my supplies. And then you guys, oh, and here's a little small one. Oh man, I actually have a lot more than I thought. This is another transparency that I didn't use. This was from last year, so definitely pulling that out. I want to use that for sure. I love that. I can't believe that didn't make it in my album last year. And then here's just a bunch of 6x8 pattern papers that I did not get to, that I'm just gonna stick in. And maybe I'll use them and maybe I won't. Oh look, this was the pattern that's on that tag. So we'll see, you guys. Oh, and then there's just another one of the box. So I'm gonna look through some of these and probably just pull out my most favorite, and then I will stick them with all of my papers. All right, you guys, that is it when it comes to my December daily supplies. Now I realize that's actually a lot of stuff that I just showed you. But like I said, a big portion of that was supplies that I've had leftovers from other years. You definitely don't need that many supplies. Of course, I am looking forward to playing with all of these products that are in the kit, and then also some of my other products. I just want to play and have fun, and you heard me say that a lot in this video. So you guys are totally awesome if you made it this far in the video. Hopefully you were able to get some inspiration and some good ideas for how to use these products. Like I said, I'm really excited to just jump in and play. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here, and we will catch you in the next video.